on that behind, Sunny. Get on that behind. For those of you that are new to my channel or have been on my channel, please subscribe and click that bell so you'll be the first to know when I upload. I'm getting a lot of people saying they're not getting notified of my channel. So please do that. Subscribe and click the bell. Now let's get to the video. Hi, welcome to JOA. If you're new to my channel, please, and I'm sorry to say this again, please click subscribe and click the bell so you'll be the first to know when I upload. I'd really appreciate if you do subscribe and you click the bell. Patreon.com/JOA. A $5 minimum support monthly will be greatly appreciated. Icebreaker question is, and I still need to ask this, why does Meghan McCain think she is a political analyst? I really don't understand. Watch this video and I'll come back with some more.
Well, I don't think so. I mean, if you look at the way that her state and the way she handled the coronavirus pandemic, I would want her to be in charge of this country. South Dakota saw some of the highest coronavirus cases and deaths actually per capita of any state in the United States this past fall, despite having a relatively small population of approximately 884,000 people. I mean, she had an outbreak stemming from this Sturgis motorcycle rally that drew nearly 500,000 biker enthusiasts last fall. She had this huge super spreader event July 3rd at Mount Rushmore. It's her handling of the virus and the pandemic has been just despicable. You know, and I also want to say, in terms of this messaging, that's the kind of messaging that's coming from Nome. That's the kind of messaging that's coming from Republicans. I mean, Republicans are spreading bad messages to other Republicans. This isn't on the left. I mean, Republicans seem to think that owning the libs is just not wearing a mask. I mean, Tucker Carlson and Fox News are actually questioning the efficacy of the vaccine on one night and then telling people to go up to other people and confront them and telling them to take off their masks. The reason people can't take off their masks is because the variant is spreading amongst all those Republicans and white evangelicals that are refusing to get vaccinated. That's what the problem is in terms of messaging. It's not on the left. It's not on Democrats. It's on Republican to Republican. It's on Fox News. It's on all the misinformation. That's what's going on here.
The question then becomes, Meghan, will the 2024 GOP primaries be a battle between pro and anti-MAGA candidates?
I actually have hopes that there's going to be a candidate that can thread the needle both ways. I think, you know, the important thing to know as Americans, but particularly as a political analyst on the right that I am, is that MAGA people aren't going anywhere. They're a really big part of the party. And as I've said before, we'll figure it out amongst ourselves. And I do think there are candidates out there and people out there like a Kristi Noem, like a Ron DeSantis. There's actually some really interesting people in Congress and interesting people on the local level coming up that are non-judgmental of people who are not like them. And I think Tim Scott, as I said on Friday, is also someone with a really huge future if he wants one. And I actually think there will be effective candidates that can thread the needle. That being said, you know, I'm not the biggest Mitt Romney fan in the entire world. He was pro-choice before he was pro-life, and I think for those of us in the right to life, you know, advocacy, you're always distrustful of someone who switches because it's like an issue that people are really like, you know, black and white on. But I don't think it's appropriate to be booing anyone in any situation like that. We also have to show that we're a big tent party and that we can have never Trumpers and MAGA people and all subsist at the same time, because at the end of the day, we should keep our eye on the ball and try and get, you know, take back power in DC.
So this video was tied towards what Meghan McCain was talking about Whoopi in terms of the messaging of Democrats and so on and so forth. But the messaging has started with Republicans. I don't understand. Does Meghan McCain not know that the pandemic occurred during the watch of the Trump administration? Does Meghan McCain not know that Trump knew about COVID? He knew that COVID was more strenuous than the flu, that he knew it was percentage-wise highly horrible than the average flu with Bob Woodward, the reporter. But yet he did not tell people, the American public, because he didn't want to scare anyone. When he is not entitled for that emotion for human beings. We should be entitled to our own emotions, number one. Number two, he had the audacity to blame Bob Woodward and say, well, Bob Woodward knows. Why didn't he say anything? As if Bob Woodward is a damn president of the United States, as if Bob Woodward has the most important, most powerful title in the world. So the messaging has always been from the gate through Donald Trump with being anti-mask, with giving Dr. Fauci, who's getting on my nerves, but giving him problems. And, I sort of do feel sorry for the man because, Dr. Fauci had to keep his mouth shut during times when Trump made some horrible comments towards COVID, saying, inject yourself with a disinfectant, talking about the UV rays, the sun, vitamin D, making COVID go away, and just some horrible instances that he said during this whole vaccine, with hydroxychloroquine, however the hell you pronounce that, taking that, it's effective. And so he speaks like a damn kindergartner, Donald Trump, and I still don't understand why he's considering running for 2024, and y'all better not vote for his ass. So although I'm in New Orleans, Florida is always my home. I'm from Fort Lauderdale, that's my home state, and I love Florida, and I'm not really mad at Governor DeSantis. He is a Republican. A lot of people on the Democratic side don't really like him, but I'm not mad at what he's doing per se. He says, what I'm going to do is sign the bill. It's effective July 1st. DeSantis said that the bill signing Monday in St. Petersburg, quote, I'll also sign an executive order pursuant to that bill, invalidating all remaining local emergency COVID orders effective on July 1st. But then to bridge the gap between then and now, I'm going to suspend under my executive power the local emergency orders as it relates to COVID. I think that's the evidence-based thing to do. So Governor DeSantis is basically lifting all mandated orders because of the vaccine. He's also banning businesses for trying to ask customers for some type of COVID vaccination documentation, which I think is highly odd and kind of dictatorship for them to do. He's also banning the whole situation of people trying to outlaw all local COVID emergency mandates in the state, effective by July 1st, as I said before. And I personally feel like that is a, good and a leadership thing type of thing to do. So Governor DeSantis is actually pro-vaccine, and I wish he spoke about this on a national level. I wish he actually goes on Fox News and goes on CNN and talk about being, pro-vaccine instead of doing it in his state. Anna Navarro posted this clip here.
The data, I've said, has been good from the beginning in terms of clinical trials. It's even better in real life. And so it's available. We want everyone to get it. And if you get it, just know that the reason you get it is because we want to be able to have people enjoy themselves and live freely in the state of Florida.
So according to the CDC, 20.9 million doses have been distributed to Florida, and 15.5 million shots have been administered in a state with a population of roughly 21.5 million people. So you're still off by about 7 million people who have not taken the dose. Y'all understand that Florida is a red state. And although the Democratic population, according to the statistical register offices in Florida, they make a little bit more than the Republican Party. There's about 41% Democrat, and then about 37% Republicans, and then there's like 16% that's apolitical. So I guess, I don't know, the math people, they're like me, depending on like what their policies are and how they are as a person in terms of, if they want to vote for them or not. So, okay, I get it. I understand he wants people to, live freely, to enjoy Florida, live on their own terms. But I think he doesn't understand that the vaccine isn't 100% promising as to someone not catching COVID or someone not being asymptomatic. It's, so to speak, sort of like taking a condom. But then again, a condom is a higher percentage of you not having a baby if you use a condom. It's like a 99% chance, where this COVID vaccination is about, not even a mid 90% chance for someone to be asymptomatic or for someone to contract COVID again. So him lifting everything up and him just saying we need to rely on a vaccine and base it on the evidence is a lack in leadership. And Florida actually has been down 13% with COVID cases, but in the future, due to him lifting this up and having this effective order by July 1st, I personally feel like he's going to be back in the gutter like he was last summer when this COVID situation happened. And we're just going to see how the situation is going to occur. I also do like that Governor DeSantis is not for, saying that you need to have your COVID vaccine on your passport for you to travel. That's what I also like about him. This is why I don't label my politics. Okay. The only thing I highly disagree with him about is like lifting up businesses and not really promoting the mask stuff, because this vaccination is not 100%. I would love to hear what you say in the comments below. Let me know what you think in the comments below about Sunny Hostin, Governor DeSantis, about Meghan McCain. If you're new to my channel, please do subscribe and click the bell button. I do post daily videos. Please answer my icebreaker question, and please donate your $5 at patreon.com/JOAJOA. Highly appreciated. Deuces. Yay.